Good morning, guys. So I'm pretty late to sunrise, but traffic in this country is much worse than I thought. It was pretty terrible in the city, but now that I got out of there, it's very nice and the road is pretty much empty. And I think I'm gonna have this place all for myself. So that's gonna be nice. As I said, I'm a little bit late for sunrise, but this view is still beautiful and this place is pretty cool. It's called a viewpoint of Roc del Quer, I believe. As you can see, we have this amazing view of this valley, and we have another valley on the other side, and we have this dude in here and one town down there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You got an almost 360 view. So I'm here trying to take some long exposures. I'm using the 10 stop and the filter right now. That gives me around 30 seconds long exposure at ISO 100. So yeah, let's see how that looks, and then I'm gonna take some other regular shots and look for another compositions here. Okay, so I just had to get out of there because it started raining, and these Sony cameras are not very rain friendly, so I'm gonna put a rain jacket on. I'm gonna head back to the car anyway because I don't have a rain jacket for myself. It's in the car, and because I don't think there is anything else I can do here right now. This is a cool place, and I'll be back probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. But I think that for today this has been enough here. By the way, this rain is pretty convenient because, as you might have guessed from the title of the video, I'm testing my new camera. This is a GoPro Hero 7, and yeah, it's waterproof, so it should have no problem out here on these conditions. I've had it for a week almost, and this is the first outing with it, and I'm trying to record the whole video with this GoPro, not trying to create any cinematic or amazing quality footage, but just to try it out and to see and to find out what the limitations are and what the advantages and disadvantages are. And hopefully once I get home and I review the footage, I can give you I know, mini review of this little guy. And now I should be able to shoot in the rain with this camera, hopefully. Okay, so that was slightly scaring because I was recording videos with the GoPro and I got an SD card error. So I don't know if the card is starting to fail or if it was the GoPro, but I think I'm gonna switch the card once I get to the car and just keep this one out, and hopefully I can retrieve the footage later. But I feel like I should give you some context about this place and about myself, why I'm here. But we are in Andorra. For those who don't know, this is a tiny country, like literally a microstate. I keep getting error messages from the SD card, so I don't know if this footage is gonna see the light of the day ever. But anyway, I'm in Andorra, as I was saying. Andorra, for those who don't know, is a tiny country that is in between the border of France and Spain, and I think it's the 16th smallest country by size and the 11th by population in the whole world. It has some 80,000 people live here. I know, it's very tiny, but we're gonna be here for the rest of the week until Saturday. Raining quite a bit. Anyway, so yeah, Andorra. It's Wednesday. We're gonna be here until Saturday, so I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, almost 3 full days here left. And then we're gonna go to France, to southern France first, to the Pyrenees, and then we don't know. We are gonna be spending the next month in France, but we still don't know where we are going. We don't have any hotels or Airbnbs just yet. We only have the next week. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm very excited. It's pretty much open, so we can go anywhere we want, but it doesn't really matter now. I'm focused on Andorra right now. This was one of the places that I wanted to check out, this viewpoint. Anyway, I'm gonna switch the memory card now. I don't want to lose this footage, so be right back. So this is a cool thing that I can use the SD card reader for the iPhone to import the videos from the GoPro to my phone, because I can't do that with my Sony cameras, with the footage from my Sony cameras. So yeah, that's a huge advantage, because I wanna back them up to my phone before anything bad happens to this card. This seems to be the trailhead of some hike to some peak. I'm not doing this hike, but I'm just gonna walk a little bit and I don't know, look for some compositions here. I just wanted to point out that I'm just bringing my camera handheld, my GoPro handheld, spare batteries for them, and that's about it. I don't think I've been shooting this light in years. It feels very nice not to have to carry the tripod or the camera bag that are pretty heavy. Now that's a cool tree. I need to find a good angle for that tree here, although it's pretty tight. The space is pretty tight. It's pretty close to the other tree. And then also I would love to get some contrast between the branches of the tree and the foggy background, so I don't want to get the leaves of these trees on the left either. So let's see how we do it. So this composition doesn't work as well from this side. The branches that caught my eye, these ones right here, they kind of blur and mixed in with the trees in the background here. Remember, this is black and white photography, so we are not looking for colors. If this was a color photo, yes, it would work much better, because the branches would stand out more against the green of the trees in the background. But in black and white, we're looking for the contrast between the bright and the dark, and there is not much contrast here. So I think that the right angle to take this photo is from the other side, from the path. Back on this side, so there are trees behind the branches as well here on this side, but they are farther away, so the fog kind of helps separating the two things. Let's try it and see if what I'm saying holds up. Okay, I'm heading back to the car now because I have no idea where this trail goes. I'm not finding as many compositions here either, because the forest is more dense, so there is no separation between the trees or between subjects, so it's kind of hard for the reason that I just explained. In black and white photography, we want the contrast. it is clearing up. Oh. So let's keep going. I'm not really sure about what to do, where to go. No snow at all. It's just after the summer. Of course, are you guys gonna just stand there behind me? They have a whole parking lot to stop their car, and they need to stop just behind me. So one of the things that I was wondering about Andorra a few days ago before getting here was if there were bears in these mountains. I've been reading a little bit on the internet, and it turns out that there are no bears in this country specifically. There are birds nearby, but they haven't seen them here, so technically there are no bears. And I think that the best proof is the containers for the trash. They are not bear proof. I guess that makes it official. Yeah, there are no birds here. So windy and cold, oh my god. So I think I found the trail. I think this is the right one. I think the sign, I'm not 100% sure because it was in Catalonian, it said 45 minutes to the first lake. What do I say? I find it really odd that in Spain and Andorra, I don't know if it's the same in the whole Europe, signs tell you about the time, for example here to the lakes, but they don't tell you the distance, which is weird because not everyone walks or hikes at the same speed. That's beautiful. And let me check. Took me 10 minutes to here. Okay, it's still very windy up here, so this should be a good test for the audio on the GoPro. And this that I'm doing right now is one of the reasons, or one of the use cases that I'm planning on giving the GoPro that is recording my hikes. The GoPro right now is allowing me to be on this hike, carrying just this on a tiny camera, no backpack, no tripod, no nothing, and I can still make images and record video for YouTube. So windy. You see, I used to have a GoPro. I think it was the Hero 4, but I sold it a few years ago, I think a couple years ago, because I was not using it. The reason why I didn't use that GoPro is this one. When I got this phone a couple years ago, this is the iPhone 7 Plus. It was my first phone that it was really waterproof, or at least that could took a splash or some rain. Really, there was no reason for me to use the GoPro anymore. The image quality was pretty much the same. And yeah, it was waterproof too, and my phone was always with me, always charged. I'm always with some space, no need for memory card or stuff like that. So what's changed? You might be asking yourself, why do you get a GoPro now? Well, this is one of the things that have changed. But more stable footage is not the reason why I bought this new GoPro, or at least not the only reason. But the main reason, the biggest reason why I got this GoPro is because I can't really use my phone on situations like this. I've used my phone before for videos like this and the battery is just not there. It dies real quick, and the problem with having your phone dying is if you need help. What do I do if my phone dies here and I twist my ankle or something like that, you know? That's when the GoPro comes in very handy. I have multiple batteries now, I have 4. So if one dies, I just replace it. And if all of them die, that's just okay because it's the GoPro. If I can't take videos, that's totally fine. But if I can't call for help, that would be very, very bad. Okay, so I guess this is the last of the lakes. The trail keeps going, but I think it goes to the top of the peak up there, and yeah, I'm not doing that. So this is my final destination, and now I just have to go back if I know how to. But yeah, beautiful place, isn't it? Okay, so I didn't get lost. That's the trail down, and that's Garoo. Oh. It was a pretty place, very nice. At this point you might be wondering, if all my videos are gonna look like this from now on. It's gonna be 100% GoPro footage, and hell no, this camera is just another tool that I'm gonna use for cases like this, where I don't really wanna carry with a bigger camera, and also because there is no need, because with this light during daylight, the GoPro does just a perfectly fine job. And one second, I have to go down here. GoPro footage really falls apart in low light, and it doesn't have to be that low. My Sony a6000 is still gonna be my main vlogging video camera for most of the things that I do. Ooh, made it. That wasn't hard. Let me check. Total time of 1 hour for 3.5 kilometers. That was what, like 2 miles? And I stopped to take photos. So that's what I mean. That is pretty odd to put the time there and not the distance. Is it gonna take you 1 hour? No, it depends on how fast you go. It's not a big deal, but I just find it very odd. So it's 3:35 p.m. I've been out since 7:30 this morning. Feels like yesterday. It's been 8 hours. I think it's been enough. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm just gonna go home. I'm pretty tired, and I haven't had a proper lunch or anything, just a croissant. So yeah, I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna take this footage into my computer. I'm gonna check it out. Hopefully everything looks good and sounds good. I'm kind of worried about the audio more than anything, not about the video, because you know I can see the video in the screen. It looks fine, but we'll see about the audio. But anyway, I'll be talking about this pretty soon, so I should just shut up now and just drive home. Yeah.